is Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9, where every local story starts. Here are some of our top headlines for the day. We got more improvements coming to the Madison County Airport. Plus, an urban man is back behind bars following an arrest for narcotics. And the Madison County Sheriff's Office needs your help locating a missing teen. We've got Sam in the Weather Center with your latest forecast. And of course, Michael Watkins is coming up today with your sports report here live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, the Madison County Airport Board recently awarded a contract for a project that will reportedly extend water and sewer lines into the Central Kentucky Regional Airport facilities. According to officials, the project will allow future growth at the facility, such as the construction of a new terminal, a flight instruction building for Eastern Kentucky University Aviation, and the incorporation of better fire suppression capabilities. George Wyatt, the Madison County Airport Board chair, stated a local company, Chastain Enterprises, won the bid for the water sewer extension project for just under $1.5 million. Wyatt said it ended up being slightly more than the engineer's estimate, but much closer than we anticipated it might be, so we're happy with the outcome. The water line will be extended out of the airport by the Southern Madison Water District, while a sewer line from the Fincastle subdivision to the airport will be installed by Berea Municipal Utilities. The funding for these extensions is partially covered by a $1 million grant from the Appalachian Regional Commission and is administered through the United States Department of Agricultural Rural Development Division. The funds for the project are being routed through the city of Berea, which is represented on the airport board. Reportedly, the next step will be for airport officials to meet with the contractor for a pre-construction meeting, with a groundbreaking possibly occurring within the next few weeks. Exciting news there for the area. Well, the execution of a search warrant by ATF agents at a resident in the Cressy area of Estill County earlier this month led to the discovery of severe animal neglect. That's when 85-year-old Bobby Osborne was charged with 18 counts of animal cruelty. Yesterday, Osborne was rearrested along with 38-year-old Devin Willoughby on warrants for selling of narcotics stemming from that February 13th search warrant. That search reportedly found around 68 grams of gray powdery substance suspected to be fentanyl and 9 grams of what was suspected to be methamphetamine. According to the citation, both waived their Miranda rights and admitted to selling narcotics. Both are now facing felony trafficking charges and lodged in the Three Forks Regional Jail. Well, the Madison County Sheriff's Office is seeking the public's help in locating 17-year-old Elliot Bradburn, who has been missing since Thursday, February the 20th. Take a good look at that picture now. Bradburn was last seen at a residence in Winchester. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is urged to contact Deputy Josh Foster. That phone number, 859-623-1511. You can also always report it to the Madison County 911 non-emergency line, 859-624-4776. Go ahead and take a good look at that picture. If you've seen that teen, make sure you report it. Well, on Monday, Richmond police arrested a man accused of domestic violence. According to the arrest citation, an officer was dispatched at around 10 p.m. Sunday to a residence on North Madison Avenue in response to a call reporting a possible domestic violence incident at the home. The victim immediately told the officer that if her boyfriend, Wyatt Kelly, knew police were there, he'd kill her. She informed police that she and Wyatt, who had been living together since December, had gotten into a verbal argument over a former romantic partner. He had left to cool off, but told her that the door better be unlocked when he returned. He shortly returned and found the door locked. The victim states that while she was going to unlock the door, Wyatt broke it down. A second argument began, during which Wyatt, the victim states, threatened her with a knife he carries with him. He left again shortly before the officer arrived, reportedly threatening to slit her throat if she called for police. At this point, according to the citation, the victim's mother arrived and the officer reportedly overheard discussion hinting at possible sexual assault. The victim was taken to the Richmond Police Department for an interview. Nothing the victim stated in the interview pointed towards the sexual assault, but did point towards several other domestic assaults. Wyatt was apprehended around 2:15 a.m. Monday following an hours-long search. The citation states that he denied all allegations made by the victim. Wyatt did acknowledge that the argument did occur and the reasons behind them. He also acknowledged that he busted down the door, also the bathroom door, at an earlier date. Wyatt was arrested on charges of 4th-degree assault, 1st-degree criminal mischief, and 1st-degree criminal mischief residential rental property. 3rd-degree terroristic threatening is lodged in the Madison County Detention Center. Well, students have a lot on their plates nowadays. Lawmakers in the state capitol are considering adding a moment of silence to the start of the school day as an opportunity to prepare for classes. With a report from Frankfort, here's Charles Baglin.
It's simple. It's harder to tell what it does. It's all the other things that's read into it that it don't do.
A bill allowing a moment of silence at the start of the school day has won approval in the Kentucky Senate Education Committee. Senator Rick Girdler, who sponsors the measure, emphasizes that it is not about religion.
It don't require any religious connotations or any religious attachments to it.
Senate Bill 19 directs that in public schools, the school day shall begin with a moment of silence of 1 to 2 minutes. That might be for personal reflection, meditation, prayer, or just to get a mental head start on tasks ahead. Supporters note that the practice enhances cognitive ability and emotional well-being. Senator Reginald Thomas.
You just want to gather yourself for the day or have a moment of reflection or just a moment of privacy with yourself, you can do that.
Senator Lindsay Tishner comments that the pressures at the start of the day have an impact on students.
Every morning is stressful with young kids, and to have a moment to just take a deep breath, you have some silence. I would really encourage our teachers and our administrators to enforce this alongside letting them know this is voluntary. It's not something required.
Senate Bill 19, with its moment in committee, has passed and now advances to the Senate floor for consideration. Reporting at the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Charles Baglin.
Thanks, Charles, for that update. We're going to take a quick break. Beautiful day here in the area. We got Sam in the Weather Center coming up next.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience. We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Coquette, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Stihl in our Georgetown store. Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come. And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mammoet Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mammoet Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
When it comes to having someone work on our homes, you need someone you can trust. Someone who will get the job done the right way and be with you throughout the entire process. At Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration, they will meet with you and explain what needs to be done. They won't take advantage of you during your time of need and offer free roof inspections, water damage cleanup, water remediation and restoration, plus more services. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Online at KentuckyRoofWorks.com and on Facebook. There when you need us.
Welcome back to Alive at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. An absolutely beautiful day out there. Nice warm temperatures and lots of sunshine. We've got Sam in the Weather Center to let us know how long this gorgeous weather is going to stick around.
Hi, thanks, Grenelyn. Welcome, everybody. Taking a look out here, this has been a terrific Tuesday. Temperatures just over 10 degrees above the normal. Average highs right around 54, 55, depending where you live. And our highs today have been in the upper 60s, so 66, even 67 in a few spots. Overnight tonight with clear skies, we're going to stay quiet. We'll drop down to around 36 in Lexington, Beattyville at 32, Irvin around 34, and looking at Lancaster at 36, and Berea at 37. So nice mild overnight. And then tomorrow we'll have a subtle change. So we're still going to make it into the mid 60s, another warm afternoon. But we'll notice some high clouds starting to creep in. This is ahead of a front that will produce a few light showers out here Wednesday night. So if you have plans Wednesday, do not worry about shower threat. Any shower attempt will hold off until well after 9 p.m. To kind of give you on the earliest start. And continuing to Thursday morning, it'll be a fine line, kind of a narrow band coming in from the northwest. And behind it, it turns breezy on Friday. And we might get a brief cool down into the weekend, and then mild again next week with a more organized system that will be passing through. So this is the wave coming in out of the northwest with this attached cold front passing to our north, but that frontal boundary will sweep through, and it's along that front. Again, a narrow band, maybe some moderate rainfall. It's not going to amount to much, maybe a quarter of an inch, possibly up to a half an inch. You see some of those scattered showers. There we are, 1 a.m., 5 a.m. It starts to clear. We're left over with a little cloud cover. And again, rainfall roughly around a quarter of an inch is expected here for the day Thursday. So putting it together for the 7-day forecast, 64 for a high temperature here Wednesday. High level clouds starting to move in, 52 Thursday. The winds increase on Friday up to 56 degrees. And then we'll see temps cool down for Sunday, but then warm right back up next week.
Thanks, Sam. Really looking forward to those nice warm temperatures and sunny skies tomorrow. You can check out that full forecast up now at WBONTV.com. It'll be up there anytime. And plus, you can find it on our Facebook page as well. Thanks, Sam. Well, last Thursday, Richmond police arrested a woman for child abuse. According to the arrest citation, an officer was dispatched to a residence on Dennis Drive to assist the Department of Community-Based Services at a home visit. At the residence, they made contact with Pamela Gordon, a caregiver to 3 children. The DCBS worker, the citation states, asked Gordon about an incident regarding her granddaughter that occurred on February 13th. Gordon reportedly stated the child had a history of lying and threatened to glue her mouth shut if he kept doing so. Since the child, according to Gordon, kept lying, she glued her mouth shut with cheap glue, told her not to peel the glue off, and that the child would have to explain to her friends at school why her mouth was glued. Gordon said she only used glue on part of the mouth, was careful not to get any inside the mouth, and that the child could not easily remove the glue. She further stated, according to the citation, that she knew what she did was wrong, but stood by it. Investigators of the home reportedly uncovered no other apparent signs of abuse. Gordon was arrested on charges of first-degree criminal abuse and taken to the Madison County Detention Center. Well, earlier today, Lexington police arrested 29-year-old Cardreas Winters in connection to a shots fired report. Reportedly, officers were dispatched to the 1000 block of Armstrong Mill Road Monday in response to an active shooter report. At the scene, police discovered that a man believed to be Winters fired off several rounds that hit a parked vehicle before fleeing the scene. No injuries were reported. Winters has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree wanton endangerment, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and tampering with physical evidence. He is also charged with trafficking in marijuana, possession of drug paraphernalia, and 2 counts of violating a local ordinance of discharging a fire within the Urban County District. He is currently lodged in the Fayette County Detention Center. Well, a federal disaster declaration has been approved, authorizing funding for 10 Kentucky counties impacted by the recent deadly flooding. The affected counties are Breathitt, Clay, Harlan, Knott, Lee, Letcher, Martin, Owsley, Perry, and Pike. The declaration comes as the death toll from the floods has now reached 22. The disaster declaration will provide funding for both local governments and individuals in the affected areas. Jeremy Slinker, a FEMA coordinator, officer, and former Kentucky Emergency Management Director, will oversee the federal recovery efforts. Residents and business owners who suffered losses in the designated counties can apply for assistance at disasterassistance.gov, or you can call 1-800-621-FEMA. That's 1-800-621-3362. And you can also get help through the FEMA app. Well, a woman's been arrested in connection to the January shooting death of Helen Taylor on Winchester Road in Lexington. Krista Moreno, 35, was arrested for murder in Louisville on Monday. She is currently being held at the Louisville Community Correctional Center, awaiting extradition to Fayette County. Lexington police identified Moreno as a suspect following an investigation into the January 16th shooting. Officers responded to a call on the 1100 block of Winchester Road and found 27-year-old Helen Taylor deceased from gunshot wounds. That we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Big basketball news. We've got Michael in the studio with your latest sports report. That's coming up next.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Estill County EMA CSEP is a huge asset to those in Estill and surrounding counties. CSEP in Estill County has partnered with Everbridge to bring you alert and notification services that will allow you to maintain your contact info and ensure you receive alerts for locations in Estill County that are important to you. For more information and to register your device, visit EstillCountyEMA.net. You can also stay up to date with your county by following Estill County EMA CSEP on Facebook, helping you stay safe at home.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer.
And Gus and Petey.
From Hicks and Punson, Kentucky lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nydad again.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
When inclement weather hits the greater Richmond area, you can count on Richmond's very own WBON TV9 News Team. Continuing news team coverage of traffic alerts, power outages, road conditions, and traffic impacts like accidents or downed trees. Accurate forecast, watches and warnings, local cancellations and delays, and official information from emergency management and the National Weather Service. Be sure to like and follow WBON TV on Facebook for breaking news, alerts, watches, and warnings. And log on to WBONTV.com for all the news on your schedule. Count on WBON TV9 and our media partners 100.7 FM The Coyote for outstanding team coverage when you need it most. Thanks for watching Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Well, night one of the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration 44th District Tournament ended with Madison Central advancing to both the girls and boys championship games on Friday night. In our Tuesday Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, Michael Watkins looks back at the opening night and previews the two games coming up this evening.
Hey everybody, welcome into this Tuesday edition of the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report. Well, half of the matchups for the 44th District Championships are set for Friday night as both the Madison Central girls and boys teams advanced with wins last night in round one. It was evident the Madison Southern Lady Eagles had a game plan on defense in the first game last night. They came out with multiple stops in the beginning of the game and were able to get some easy baskets on the other end, but despite all that, were never able to consistently get something going on offense. In a sloppy first quarter, it was a Cammie Dorison 3 at the buzzer that ended the period and tied things up at 11. That is where things derailed for the Lady Eagles. Central turned up the heat defensively and following a 3 by Hadley French that put Southern on top 14-13 with 7:20 to play in the second quarter. Southern didn't add a single point to their total the rest of the half and were outscored 19-0 over the final 7 minutes of the period. In the second quarter alone, Central outscored Southern 12-0 in points in the paint, 12-0 in points off turnovers, and led 32-14 at the half. In the third quarter, the Lady Indians stretched that lead out even further and led 57-29 heading to the fourth quarter and would go on to win 68-46. 11th Region Player of the Year, Natalia Strader, scored 24 points in the win, while Cameron Ridrikoff and Jordan Miles reached double figures as well, combining for 27 points. Brittany Campbell put together an impressive 6 points, 6 assists, and 12 rebound stat line. And for Southern, French was the only player to reach double figures, knocking down 3 from beyond the arc and finishing with 11 points. The youth and inexperience was a major factor in really both games last night. But in the girls' game, it was evident the pressure of the game and the pressure applied by Central was too much to overcome. 25 turnovers and 30 points off those turnovers was the difference in the game. In the nightcap, Jake Feldhouse got his first taste of the 44th District Tournament and potentially playing on the floor where he might play at the next level, and the junior balled out. A 22-point 10-rebound performance gave Jake his 17th double-double of the season, and Will Richardson hit 6 threes in the game, finishing with 20 points, the second highest point total of the season for him. Cody Morrison and Luke Asher each added 11 for Central, and similar to the girls' game, the second quarter was what doomed the Eagles. After a back-and-forth affair through the opening 8 minutes, the Indians cranked up that pressure in the second quarter, and a Tucker Nobby layup halfway through the period were the only points scored for Southern as Central took a 42-20 lead into the locker room. The Indians added to that lead in each of the final 2 quarters and would go on to win 80-49. It was 20 turnovers in the boys' game for Southern, but without their veteran point guard and all-time program assist leader, Kaysen Nobby, on the floor, it was always going to be an uphill climb. Michael Whitaker scored 16 points in his final game in an Eagles uniform, and Tucker Nobby did his best Big Brother impersonation, scoring 12 points and knocking down a pair of threes. Now both the Lady Indians and the Indians advance to Friday's championship games to take on the winner of tonight's matchups featuring Model and Berea. The Lady Pirates and Lady Patriots met one time this year in a game that actually had a lot riding on it in the 11th Region All-A Classic Tournament. January 11th, it was a 45-25 win for Berea, led by Avery Plessinger's 12 points. The Berea and Model boys teams faced off just 2 weeks ago in a game played on the Pirates' home floor, and the game was never in doubt for Model. The Patriots led start to finish, winning 55-46. Travis Kidd scored 20 that night to lead Model, and Riley Millette went for a near double-double with 12 points and 9 rebounds. Jack Hemingway dropped 19 for the Pirates, and if you can't make it out tonight to watch the games, you can catch them live here from Baptist Health Arena on WBON TV with our coverage beginning at 5:30 for Game 1 tonight of the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration 44th District Tournament. Well, the EKU men's basketball team has one game left in the regular season as they wrap up in Florida tomorrow after suffering their second straight loss last night. In another game without George Kimball III, the Colonels could only muster up 55 points, losing 59-55. That's it for the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report. Should be another exciting night of basketball, so be sure you're tuning in. I'm Michael Watkins.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Holland Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Holland Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Holland Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay. When Holland Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond, call 859-626-7695 for Holland Sons Auto Care.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
I love this card.
Thanks. Go Colonels. Is it here? Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. Thanks so much for joining us. Don't go anywhere, though. We've got lots of great basketball coverage coming up tonight. We have the 44th District game. It's Berea versus Model. Boys and girls play tonight. Michael Watkins and the crew are already down at EKU, setting up and ready to take this show to you right here on Channel 9. Also have that on the other stations of Wallingford Broadcasting on radio if you are out and about today. Have a wonderful afternoon. We're going to have a beautiful day tomorrow. Don't forget to come right back here and join us. I'll see you tomorrow live at 5.